What is up YouTube, James Baek here, welcome back to another episode of VGC 2018 Baek Battles. Today we're using the Mega Altaria team once again with Mega Altaria, Cresselia, Milotic, Incineroar, Aegislash, and Tapu Bulu. Let's get started and play some games. So, I've been playing this team a little bit more since I have had a little bit of, I usually just play Pokemon whenever I take a break in between studying and all that, but been playing around with this team, finally started losing quite a few battles, yet I am learning that it's actually still more solid than I thought this team was originally going to be. I think Altaria has actually put in a lot more work than I imagined I thought it would be doing, which is strange because Mega Altaria, underrated, well, not underrated, well, how do I want to word it? It's like a Mega Evolution that most people just don't consider, and that's probably because, one, it's a pretty weak, I mean, if you're going to use the special variant, it's a really weaker version of Mega Gardevoir. The only tricks it really gets is it gets a fire type move, which is not bad. It gets Tailwind, but that's really it. It does have a dragon typing stab, but it's not really too useful. It's kind of weak to Tapus. Gardevoir, which tends to be a bit better overall. Another perk of Altaria is Perish Song, but since we're not using Perish Song, and I don't think it's really too common because of the fact Tailwind's probably the better option on those variants, but I have seen Perish Song on Mega Altaria, like on, I think when I was looking for inspiration on building Mega Altaria, I think there was one team from the global link I saw which had Perish Song, and I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool, but I don't think it would really work that well because I don't think Mega Altaria is really going to be able to do that. It's not really a Roost Perish Song mon, and I don't think I want to build like Perish Trap with Altaria, because if I am going to use Perish Trap, I'm going to use Mega Gengar, no question about it. There's really no reason not to. Otherwise, I'm probably just going to go with like Gothitelle Politoed because it's just more solid, because it can easily get Perish Song more effectively than what Altaria can do. So yeah, Dragonance was the one set, probably the, well, it's still, in my opinion, the Dragonance set is still weird because it's like a weaker Salamence, yet I think it's been doing some work. I think it's helped. It's actually really nice that it walls Incineroar, Bulu, Kommo-o without the Mega Gengar, which is actually pretty cool. It hits decently hard. It actually does hit decently hard, more than I expected to. And we're running a Jolly Nature, so imagine if I could run an Adamant Nature, but the speed is just terrible. The speed is actually just terrible. If only Altaria had a little bit more attack and speed, I think it could actually be a pretty solid mon, because Cloud9 would actually be a really useful ability with all the weather like Charizard and, you know, Rain, for instance. So I think it could be a cool mon. As we got our first opponent, Osiris. Oh, geez. I think we've played him multiple times. YouTube content creator, Twitch streamer. You can check him out down below. He got top 8 at the 2014 World Championship. It might have been top 4 even. I think it was top 8 though. Looks like he's running that team that's been really common lately in Hong Kong. If you don't know, in a Hong Kong special, I think it's Hong Kong, I know it's somewhere in Asia, we had a team that basically dominated Top Cut, which was Aerodactyl, which is a Mega, and I will be actually planning to use Mega Aerodactyl soon. Ferrothorn, Incineroar, Landisvarian, Xurkitree, and Tapu Fini. Oh boy. That'd be an interesting one. Mega Aerodactyl does get access to many tools such as Skydrop and Tailwind, so I gotta figure out how to exactly do I want to play this matchup. Incineroar is pretty scary for me to deal with. Xurkitree is also really scary to deal with. I gotta figure out how to break through to Xurkitree. I think I could go like Milotic Bulu potentially. I think Milotic Bulu is alright here in this matchup. I want to go Milotic Bulu because it kind of covers pretty much every single option my opponent can have. I don't think Altaria is that great in this matchup because it just can't pick up knockouts effectively. I think I want to go Incineroar, and Aegislash is tempting, but I think I want to go Calm Mind Cresselia because I think Calm Mind Cresselia can put in a ton of work against my opponent's team. We'll see how this goes though. Like, I've never played against this team. I've only seen it, so should be pretty interesting. Skydrop is a really cool option. I really do love Skydrop in VGC. It's probably one of my favorite moves in VGC. And who knows, we might be swept by a Mega Aerodactyl plus Xurkitree team because this matchup does not look optimal. Let's see what's coming out. Incineroar or Xurkitree, so I do get the boost in my Milotic, which is nice. I just don't know where the Z move was. Bulu plus Milo. Grassy Surge is up. Was it Z-move Xurkitree? I don't think it was. It might have been Z-move Feeny, yet I'm not too confident in what I can say. Question is, does the Incineroar carry Protect? Does my opponent have Tail Glow? Do you have that Z-move? Because the only thing I think could knock me out is Z-move from the Xurkitree. Huh. I kind of just want to protect my Lodic and get out Incineroar, even if my opponent gets the... What's Xurkitree's base speed stat? It's probably faster than my Bulu, I would imagine. Oh, this is not good. I think it comes down to whether it's Z-move or not. I think I'm going to anticipate it to not be a Z-move potentially. I think I'm going to go for Icy Wind and Sword Stance right here. Is Fake Out going to come out into the Bulu and a Tail Glow? Ah, it's Z-move. Called it wrong. Alright. So that's really bad because that's probably going to my Lodic, I would imagine. I should have probably just switched out Incineroar and protected right there. Oh, that was a mistake. Oh well. Yeah. So my Lodic is gonna feint to that Z move. Oh no. Special attack boost too is gonna hurt. Gonna go Incineroar here. Not looking that good right now. I do get an Intimidate onto my opponent's Incineroar, which is nice. I think I can go for Fake Out into my opponent's Incineroar and Sword Stance. This is so problematic. One, you could switch out Incineroar right here, maybe out into the Aerodactyl. I think that would actually be a really solid play because seconds, you could, if you switch out an Aerodactyl, you have Skydrop as an option, or you could switch back into your own Incineroar. So my opponent's really got me on the edge here. I think I have to Fake Out Incineroar because if my opponent does say and just decides to go for like a Thunderbolt and a Flare Blitz combination, or a Gleam potentially, Bulu should be able to survive that with the massive special defense investment I gave it. But yeah, this doesn't look really that good. Okay. If I want any hope, I have to hope that maybe... Okay, Xurkitree protects, which is really good here, actually. That's really good here. So Fake Out gonna go out into the Incineroar, as I will be able to Sword Stance up. Okay. Xurkitree tends to be a bulky Pokemon. Like, well, actually Z-move, I can't tell. Because if it's defensive, I kind of want... If it's offensive, I just want a Hornage, because I think that should be able to pick up the knockout. The safer play is to go for Wood Hammer, though. I kind of just want damage on the Incineroar, though. I'm thinking of switching out Incineroar, potentially, but I don't think that's going to help me. I am Assault Vest, so I will be taking the Xurkitree's attacks decently well. I think I'm going to go for a Wood Hammer here, and go for a low kick, and hope Flare Blitz doesn't knock me out after the Wood Hammer recoil. It'll probably knock me out after the recoil. Oh, I'm faster than Xurkitree? Oh, I am. Where did we speed tie? That's crazy. Okay, I knock out Xurkitree. Oh, that's not bad. But I do take a lot of damage, and Flare Blitz does come out. How much does this do to my Bulu? Knocks it out. I will get a low kick off, which is nice, and the recoil is really helpful because low kick should be a 2 KO. Yeah, it should be a 2 KO at the grassy terrain, so my opponent knows that. We're going to Cresselia here. Well, I'm forced to go Cresselia, as we'll find out what the next Pokemon is. Feeny might be coming out. Yeah. If there's a combination of Feeny, I just don't see myself getting out of this. I really don't see myself getting out of this. Maybe there's no Feeny and Landorus combination in the back. It'd have to be Aerodactyl and Ferrothorn for me to come back, I think. Get Cresselia in. Aerodactyl comes in, okay. I expect you to have in the back. Feeny? feel like would Landers come in? Okay. I gotta ask myself, what exactly is the best play here? I kind of want to go for a knockoff Icy Wind Aerodactyl, but the problem is Aerodactyl's probably going to two-shot me anyway. I could see Feeny coming in, but I think I'm going to go for Icy Winds and try to get maybe a speed advantage. Stays in with Incineroar. If I low kicked, I could have actually got the... Oh boy. Rock Slide. If this isn't a 2 KO after grassy terrain, I still think I got this. Ooh, that's probably not. And I flinch. Knock off into Cresselia. Knock off an Aerodactyl. I really thought we were going to see the Incineroar retreat here. Okay, if we get maybe a low roll with Rock Slide or we survive. Okay, that's... Moonlight plus low kick. Maybe I gotta hope for a Rock Slide miss or a really low roll at this point. We're gonna see the Rock Slide. Does connect. That'll probably knock out my Incineroar. Yeah, good game. Can't beat this. Oh, I could have won with Calm Mind Cresselia if I low kicked. The thing is, I just didn't assume you would sack your Incineroar here. Or last turn. U-turn gonna come out. What's your last Pokemon? Is it Ferrothorn? U-turn crits. I just wanted to see the last Pokemon. Okay, let's see. I don't think Ferrothorn would be in this matchup, would it? Oh, wow, it was Ferrothorn. Okay, so even if I low-kicked the Incineroar there, it really didn't matter at that point. Because of the fact, even if I low-kicked the Incineroar, I don't think I would have had enough firepower to beat the Ferrothorn. Because if he had Leech Seed, that would be it. So, good game to Osiris. Turn 1 was probably the worst case scenario. I shouldn't have risked it. But I just couldn't tell. I just don't know this team. I don't know where the Z-move is. If it was bulky Tail Glow, that was probably the thing I was most scared of. Because a timid, bulky Tail Glow set was definitely the one set I was really fearing. Because I felt like that could just sweep through my team. I really think that could just sweep through my team. So, good game to Osiris there, as we will drop the first game of today's episode. I really want to try that team out, though. Maybe I'll try that team out on stream. And yeah, he played really well. I should switch on my Lodic, or protect my Lodic. I think my play of switching out Bulu and Incineroar might have been the better play. I think it would have been the better play, because I could have faked out. Even if he Tail Glowed. I guess the problem was maneuvering against a Tail Glow. That was probably like my one concern. How do I maneuver against a Tail Glow? If my opponent does have Tail Glow, I don't even know if it's Tail Glow Xurkitree anymore. Because Electrium doesn't run Tail Glow all the time. So I wonder if it's like a different set. Like maybe 3 attacks. Maybe it's sub. Because I would assume it was a Bulky Berry plus Bulky Berry Timid Tail Glow. As we find our second opponent from Italy. This team again. Landers, Lele, Metagross, Zapdos, Gastrodon, and Tyranitar. So, alright. I don't want to play this. Aegislash was really good in this matchup. If I remember when I played this matchup, I didn't bring Bulu. Bulu's really nice, but I don't feel like it's the key here. No, it's not. Well, it depends, because my opponent can bring a multitude of factors here. Did I bring my Lodic in the last one? I don't remember if I did. Oh yeah, there was an Incineroar last time, so I did bring my Lodic. I mean, there's no Incineroar on this team, so it makes it easier. Maybe Bulu is worth bringing. Because I don't see my Lodic's usefulness other than checking Landers, but Bulu can check Landers if it's a physical set. I think I'll go Aegislash Bulu? Yeah, Aegislash Bulu seems alright. Incineroar Cresselia in the back. Because getting Grassy Terrain up is nice for the Earthquake. The problem is what kind of Lander set this is. We don't know the sets. And that's always like the one thing about this team that I find annoying to face is the sets are completely different sometimes. Scarf Landers, could be Z-move Landers. I've seen a lot of stuff with this. So I gotta find a way to basically try and... Let's see here. I gotta avoid losing so much momentum in a single turn. Lele Zapdos comes out, okay. Psychic Surge. Grassy Surge. It's not Seed Zapdos. So it could be Z-move Zapdos. Although Z-move wouldn't knock out my Aegislash. It could also be Bulky Berry, which I could definitely assume here. I kind of just want to go for a Wood Hammer into Lele and just go for a... Yeah, I want to go for a Wood Hammer because I would knock out Lele here and I want a Toxic to Zapdos. Because I'm faster than the Lele. I'm faster than the Zapdos with my Bulu. I would be able to get the Wood Hammer off before a Heat Wave double up potentially. So I'll go for it as Lele's going to retreat. Okay. Metagross is going to come out. What if I Shadow Ball there though? Okay. Wood Hammer comes out into the Metagross. That's a good amount. It does guarantee the range of Shadow Ball. Heat Wave just comes out. Alright. That does a lot more to my Aegislash than I expected. Toxic will go off. Alright, so not a bad turn. Not the best turn, of course. Aegislash is going to be healing with this recovery, which is really nice though. I gotta figure a way around this though, because if I get rid of Metagross, I feel so much better about my position. I'm really surprised my opponent risked a Metagross there. I wonder what the last Pokemon is. Maybe Tyranitar. I think they place a King Shield right here with Aegislash, and I can get in Incineroar. On either Lele switching, my opponent's gonna switch into Lele, go for Iron Head, or go for Stomping. I wonder if you're gonna Mega Evolve or not. Probably not, I would assume at this point. No, Metagross doubles. Into Landers, okay. That works. Huh. Kinda wish I doubled into Crest now. I mean, my Pokemon are going to get healing, so I don't mind. Heat Wave's not really going to do too much to me. Tailwind? No, just Heat Wave. Okay. I'll definitely take that turn. Because of the fact that now, basically, I got my Incineroar in. I have Fake Out Pressure. I could go for Fake Out Shadow Ball if I really want to into the Lander slot. If I really want to go that aggressive here. The question is, do I really want to go that aggressive? The Zapdos is on a timer with that Toxic, which is really nice. I could get a sub up. Except I'm not exactly too sure if it's really worth it. I think I want to go for Fake Out Shadow Ball here. I just got to make sure that I don't take too much damage with my Incineroar plus Aegislash. So you know what? I'm going to Fake Out Shadow Ball. I get the knockout onto anything other than maybe Lele potentially if you switch out Landers. But it looks like Landers stays in, which means I get damage on it, which isn't too bad. Oh, it's Z-move. Gigavolt Havoc. Alright, I don't think this will knock out Aegislash yet. We'll see here. Although it's not the worst case if I lose Aegislash, it is not the best case either. So Gigavolt Havoc gonna fire out. Oh, and Incineroar. Okay, I'll take that. For sure. Salt Vest. Yeah, okay. Stance change. Shadow Ball into the Landorus. Guessing that's a Choice Scarf variant. Shadow Ball, that's definitely not an AV variant. Aegislash is almost at full, which is nice. The problem is with the Zapdos around, I can't switch into Bulu very safely. I think I could go out into Cresselia here and King Shield, which doesn't seem like a bad play here. Yeah, I'm going to go for that play. I can definitely see U-turn or Superpower going out into my Incineroar, but I think it's alright. We're going to see the retreat here actually in the Lele. Alright. I wonder what my opponent's going to do afterward. We saw the Z-move come out from Zapdos, so the Lele isn't going to be able to use a Z-move if it does carry it in the set. Alright, we got quite a few things. Like, we got some things ready and some things that are still unsure, but I don't feel bad about my position at all. I know that for sure. So, Heat Wave gonna come out. That should do very minimal damage to Cresselia. I don't really need a Calm Mind setup. I think I could go for Icy Winds. Why does every Heat Wave burn my Cresselia? It's a bit annoying, I guess not too bad, but that damage is gonna hurt me. I could go for Icy Wind Shadow Ball, which I think is my best play here. I could also retreat my Aegislash out into my Incineroar. But I think I like Icy Wind Shadow Ball because it puts pressure on the Lele slot if you don't protect here. Oh no, is it Specs? No, it's Scarf. And no special defense drop. Alright, Heat Wave comes out. Icy Wind does connect here, which is good. And Shadow Ball will connect with the Lele, but does this pick up the knockout is my question. I don't think it will. Actually, it could. If it's Scarf, it could, yeah. Hold up. Can we? Oh, that's a big knockout right there. Okay, we get rid of Lele, which is extremely nice in this matchup. The problem is my Aegislash is pretty weakened at this point. We do drop my opponent's Zapdos as well as, yeah, we basically get a decent momentum swing here. The problem is the following turn. Actually, I feel like I still have safe plays. Okay, Landorus is going to come out and Metagross. They're both weakened at this point of the game. I gotta figure out how do I get around these. I could go for Icy Wind here. I could go for Moonlight. I think I'd rather go for Icy Wind and get chip on the Landorus potentially. Rock Slide and the Iron Head might be coming out here, which I really wouldn't mind. Yeah, I'm just gonna go to Bulu here because I want to get rid of the Psychic terrain. Put on my own grassy terrain. Yes, I'm healing Metagross, but it's not really too big of a deal because it's already in range of Flare Blitz or Shadow Ball, so I don't really mind that. And I could get my berry back potentially if it is Scarf Landorus because it could be going for Rock Slide here and I could get my berry back. Then next turn, I think I just have to pray I don't get flinched by the Landorus the following turn. Because Iron Head's going to come out into the Cresselia. So it's not Scarf, it's a knockoff coming out. Does target down my Cresselia. Does pick up the knockout, which I am okay with. So, Incineroar gets to come in. I do get Intimidate off onto my opponent's team. Yeah, that works. I could have maybe went Incineroar first because of the fact I could have got the Intimidate off into Landorus, but getting the Intimidate off into Metagross seems pretty solid here too. So, get Incineroar in. I think I'll go for Wood Hammer. Yeah, I'll go for Wood Hammer. Into the Landorus. Please just don't flinch. Or if you crit my Incineroar, that could be bad. Really close game here. It really comes down to this. I will fake out Metagross because that is the threat to my Bulu right here. As we're going to see the Rock Slide come out. Incineroar dodges, which is nice, but not the mon I need to dodge. Bulu doesn't activate its berry either. I flinch. You have to double up. Okay. It's a question. Okay. I probably shouldn't have opened my mouth, but still in this technically. I could go for a trade here. Because you have to double up Incineroar if you want that knockout. Rockslide procs my berry on Bulu. Yeah, I'm gonna go for Flare. I think I'll take the trade actually. Yeah, I'll take the trade. Stomping gonna come out. An Incineroar. That picks up the knockout? Okay. Oh, wait. Does it work like that? If you get faked out, that could also happen? Rock Slide. I dodge it this time. Wood Hammer. There shouldn't be enough recoil yet. Yeah. So, do get my berry back. I wonder if it's worth it for me to King Shield here, or should I just go for the Swords Dance with Bulu? Okay, I think I live an Iron Head. That's the thing. I think I do live the Iron Head from Metagross at -1. I could have switched out Incineroar Aegislash there potentially, so I could got another Intimidate off. But the problem was I wasn't exactly too sure if my opponent would go for the Iron Head there, because that and went for a Rock Slide flinch onto my other Pokemon, my Incineroar. Let's see. Tons of grassy terrain left. I think it's worth it to Swords Dance here and go for King Shield, because if I do live Iron Head, that's absolutely huge for me. So you know what? I'm gonna go for King Shield. Although, actually no, this is really obvious. I should have went for Shadow Ball, because you're gonna Iron Head. No, you're gonna Stomping. Okay, that works. Okay. We'll go for Swords Dance here. Now you're -3 Metagross. Wood Hammer doesn't knock out Metagross, I believe. I think I'll miss the knockout by a little bit. I think Horn Leech is the correct play here. I wonder if you're going to protect here with Metagross. Although I think you really should just go for Stomping again. I think I'm just going to Horn Leech and I'm going to sub in case you randomly decide to protect here. Yep, you're going to Stomping. Alright, so I'm going to... Wait, why did that do so little? I know it's -3, but it's Tough Claws boosted. I thought it would be able to pick up the knockout. Okay. That works out, I guess. Oh. I guess there's no reason not to double protect. Yeah. Alright, protect. Just double protect. I wonder if Wood Hammer gets the Metagross here. It might. Iron Head? Yeah. This time goes for Iron Head. Okay. And I can go for Shadow Ball now into the Metagross, and I can go for a Wood Hammer. Yeah. Let's see what my opponent decides to do. Stomping will go on to Aegislash. Even if it crits, I feel like I'm okay. But it doesn't, thankfully. Let's see if Wood Hammer knocks out the Metagross or not. This is +2. Not Grassy Terrain, though. Yeah, it barely misses the knockout right there. As we will get a Shadow Ball off and finish off the game. So we're going to go 1-1 in today's episode. That game was scary. Very scary. 100% very scary. But we do pull through as my opponent rage quits at the end, it looks like. So, yeah. So there were definitely some plays I could have definitely made better. I think the big one was... Okay, so the reason I didn't switch out Incineroar and the Aegislash, sack it to the Stomping Tantrum then, and then go back into my Incineroar afterward, is because I didn't feel like that would be the best play if my opponent went for Iron Head and Bulu and attempted to go for Rock Slide there, trying to flinch my Incineroar, which was probably one of my opponent's outs, because if you lose Landers, technically, I could still win against the Metagross Metagross 2v1 with a low health Aegislash and my Bulu if I Swords Dance up at the perfect timing, which is why I felt like I could make that play. But looking back at it, I guess I could have also made that switch. I just felt it was a little bit too risky there. And if my opponent still had the Landorus, if you Iron Head my Bulu, I feel like that is game over. So I thought my opponent maybe had to go for a Rock Slide flinch at that point onto another Rock Slide flinch. But yeah, that's basically what I thought. But hope everyone enjoyed today's episode of VGC 2018 Baek Battles. Really, really close game for the second game. And total destruction from the first game. Yet, I know, it's Electrium. So, thank you all for tuning in today's episode of VGC 2018 Baek Battles. If you did, please leave a like down below. Shows your support, as well as you can check out the rest of my stuff down below in the description, such as my social medias, the side tiers on the channel, the payspin of this team down below, the previous episodes of VGC 2018 Baek Battles if you do want to go check them out. Otherwise, feel free to leave a comment down below as I do read them. Otherwise, have a great day, people, and until we battle again, I'll catch you all later.